So here's the next they, the FBI. Now it's time to talk about one of Candace Owens' most repeated lies. Quote, the FBI is lying. This is actually the most concerning to me because what she is saying is playing into the fact that most Americans at this point don't trust the FBI and other intelligence agencies. We know that this distrust stems from the fact that we know that the former FBI was unbelievably corrupt.
There was a document dumped by the Republicans on the House Judiciary Committee. The House sent out hundreds of pages, and we're learning more about perhaps the deep state at the Department of Justice and at the FBI. Because in this document dump, they admitted that the FBI was ordered, Lisa Page, remember her, the FBI attorney, she admitted the FBI was ordered by the Barack Obama Department of Justice not to consider charging Hillary Clinton for gross negligence in handling intelligence, which is classified.
Struck, you are under subpoena and are required to answer the question. Are you objecting to the question? If so, please state your objection.
Mr. Chairman, don't distract here because we're focusing on those who were there in an undercover capacity on January 6th. How many were there?
Again, I'm not sure that I can give you that number as I sit here. I'm not sure there were undercover agents on scene.
Mr. Comey, you testified earlier today that you have concerns whenever the FBI doesn't operate in a, quote, competent and honest way. In your judgment, was the way that the FBI handled the Russia investigation, the surveillance of the Trump campaign, the Carter Page FISA application, the Michael Flynn investigation, was that handled in a competent and honest way?
First, Senator Cruz, there was no, to my knowledge, surveillance of the Trump campaign. I think the overall investigation of the Russian interference and whether Americans were associated with it was conducted in an honest, competent, independent way.
But yet the current FBI is now exposing everything the deep state has done to the president, to members of Congress, and to members of the public. The current FBI is exposing all of that.
Former FBI Director James Comey is now the first senior government official to face charges in one of President Trump's biggest grievances, the 2016 Russia investigation.
The Clinton Foundation, Attorney General Pam Bondi and FBI Director Kash Patel provided documents to Congress they say show Bill and Hillary Clinton's foundation collected donations from foreign and domestic interests seeking political influence. The documents allegedly detail multiple instances of outside forces trying to gain favor with the Clintons, even during the years Hillary Clinton served as Secretary of State. Just the News reports, the official said some of the evidence was flagged by whistleblowers who claimed such evidence was kept from a corruption investigation that was being conducted in 2015 by the Little Rock, Arkansas U.S. Attorney's Office before it was shut down by the Obama administration's Justice Department.
The FBI embedded 275 plainclothes agents in January 6th crowd, Blaze reports, as House panel probes informants' roles. How did we get to this point? I thought we were told it was a couple of dozen agents. How is it now nearly 300 in total? It's because of the use of language. When they were asked about undercover agents, they said a couple dozen. Plainclothes, well, that's different. They're not undercover. They're there literally as agents, but they're just wearing different clothes.
It's also worth noting that current members of the FBI, current leadership of the FBI, Kash Patel, Dan Bongino, and others, were personal friends of Charlie Kirk. So some sort of a cover-up by these people seems not only unlikely, but pretty much impossible. This claim from Candace sounds powerful. It sounds real. But here's the problem. At the time she said it, no evidence had been presented that the FBI had lied about anything. She called contradictions were actually just normal updates, which is extremely normal in an active homicide investigation. The rifle photo, it wasn't staged. The subject's confession, never claimed by the FBI, only misreported by early media reports. So why does they're lying stick? It's because it's emotional. It feels empowering, and it makes the audience feel like they're insiders, like they've got inside information to the things that they don't want you to know. But that's how propaganda works. Distrust becomes identity, and emotion becomes evidence. You repeat, the FBI is lying without proof. You're not informing the public. You're training them to reject all information. Charlie Kirk believed in questioning authority, but he also believed in verifying facts. That's the difference between skepticism and manipulation.